Have you ever watched a man walk into a room and without saying a single word, without being the tallest, the richest, or the best-looking man there, every woman in that room turns to look at him? Not because he demanded it, not because he performed, but because something about him, something quiet, something heavy, pulled their attention like gravity. You've seen this man. You've felt the gap between him and you, and you've asked yourself, what does he know that I don't? The answer isn't in his clothes. It isn't in his confidence. It isn't in what he says. It's in how he's built. 500 years ago, a man named Machiavelli was watching the same thing, not in ballrooms but in courts, not in relationships but in kingdoms. He studied what made certain men unshakable and what made others kneel without being asked. He called it power, and in this video, I'm going to show you how his laws, the same laws that built and broke empires, apply to the one arena modern men understand the least. Because here's the truth, no one will say out loud, every relationship is a power dynamic. The only question is, who's holding the frame? Watch until the end, because the last principle in this video isn't a hack. It's the one thing that will change how you see every relationship you've ever had. Let's begin. Principle 1. Scarcity. He who is everywhere is worth nothing. Machiavelli wrote, "Familiarity breeds contempt." Most men read that as a warning about enemies. It's actually a warning about love. Think about oxygen. You never think about it. You never value it, because it's always there. Right now, that's you. You text back in 30 seconds. You clear your weekend at the flicker of her interest. You're available, approachable, and endlessly present. You think this signals devotion. Psychologically, it signals desperation. When you are constantly there, you deny her the most dangerous drug in the human mind. Imagination. When you're not around, she fills the space herself. She wonders what you're doing, who you're with, whether you thought about her at all, and the version of you that lives in that empty space. It's far more powerful than the version that keeps texting. The Machiavellian principle is simple. What is scarce is valued. What is abundant is ignored. This doesn't mean you play games. It means you build a life so real, so consuming, that your absence is a natural byproduct of your ambition. A woman can feel the difference between a man pretending to be busy and a man who is actually building something. One is manipulation, the other is gravity. Stop running toward her. Stand still inside your purpose. Turn your back and watch who follows. Principle 2. Emotional unpredictability. Be the weather, not the mirror. Most men are emotional mirrors. She's happy, you're happy. She's cold, you panic. She's distant. You send 3 texts in a row asking if you've done something wrong. You have handed her the remote control to your soul. Machiavelli advised the prince to be both the lion and the fox. The lion doesn't react to every bark. The fox doesn't reveal what he's thinking. Together, they are unreadable. When a man is predictable, a woman can manage him. She knows which buttons to press. She knows what makes him angry, what makes him smile, what makes him apologize. You are a book she's already read. Why would she open you again? Intermittent reinforcement, the psychology behind casino slot machines, is the strongest addiction mechanism known to science. Not consistent reward, not consistent pain, the unknown. Be warm when she expects distance. Be still when she expects a reaction. Not because you're performing, but because your emotional state is yours, not hers. The moment she realizes she cannot predict you, she starts paying attention to you, and the moment a woman is asking herself, what is he thinking? You have already won. Principle 3. Destroy the pedestal, the idol and the fan. Here's the fatal error in most men's operating system. They were told, by culture, by cinema, by their mothers, that women are to be worshipped. So they worship. And the moment you treat her like a goddess, you have made yourself a fan. Fans don't get the backstage pass. Fans wait in line. Machiavelli's first lesson in The Prince is brutal. See the world as it is, not as you wish it to be. She is human. She has insecurities. She has flaws. She has made decisions she isn't proud of. When you look at her with eyes of worship, she feels your inferiority. She senses, without you saying a word, that you believe she's above you, and hypergamy is not a myth. Women are drawn upward, toward the man they look up to. Not the man looking up at them. The pedestal doesn't honor her. It disqualifies you. To take her off the pedestal isn't cruelty, it's reality. It's the only place where real connection can happen. At eye level. Disagree with her. Call out what's wrong. Tease her, not with malice, with the casual confidence of a man who finds her interesting, but not irreplaceable. Principle 4. Control the frame. He who sets the rules wins. Every interaction has a frame, an unspoken set of rules about who leads and who follows. If you walk into every conversation trying to earn her validation, she has already set the frame. You are inside her game, playing by her rules. Losing. Machiavelli's genius was that he never argued about power directly. He simply shaped the conditions under which power was exercised. You do this not by dominating her, but by having standards so clear, so firm, that bending them is simply not an option. When she tests you, and she will test you, she's not being cruel. She's checking the walls. She needs to know, are these boundaries real, or do they dissolve the moment she pushes? Most men dissolve. They apologize. They over-explain. They adjust their standards to keep the peace, and she knows, in that moment, that the walls are made of paper. A woman cannot feel safe inside a paper fortress. Hold the frame, not with anger, not with speeches. Simply don't move. Principle 5. Strategic silence. The man who says less holds more. In every negotiation, the one who fills the silence loses. In every argument, the one who shouts loses. In every seduction, the one who over-explains loses. You talk too much. You explain yourself because you're afraid of being misunderstood. You text paragraphs because you're scared of seeming cold. You justify your decisions because you need her to agree. Every word is a leak. Machiavelli understood that mystery cannot survive a biography. The moment you tell her everything, you are a finished puzzle. Finished puzzles go back in the box. Stay incomplete. When she provokes you, say nothing. Let the silence stretch. She will rush to fill it. She will start explaining herself. She will start seeking your approval. Because silence doesn't feel neutral. It feels powerful. It implies evaluation. It triggers the one question that turns curiosity into obsession. What is he thinking? The prince doesn't justify his decisions. He makes them. You don't explain your worth. You demonstrate it. Words are for the weak. Silence is for the sovereign. Principle 6. Presence through absence. The ghost she can't stop thinking about. Here is the counterintuitive truth Machiavelli understood about power. People only recognize value when it's gone. If you're always present, always available, always warm, your value has no contrast. It has no shadow. The moment you withdraw, without announcement, without drama, without explanation, something shifts. Her mind begins to fill the space you've left. She replays the last conversation. She rewinds every glance, every pause, every word you didn't say. She searches for clues that aren't there. Now she's not just thinking about you, she's haunted by you. This isn't manipulation. It's psychological contrast. Warmth means nothing without cold. Presence means nothing without absence. And when you return, calm, unmoved, carrying no explanation, she doesn't greet you with anger. She greets you with fear, the specific fear of a woman who has realized she doesn't quite have you. Principle 7. Reward slow, punish once. The casino you can't walk away from Machiavelli wrote, injuries must be done all at once. Benefits should be given slowly. This was political strategy. It is also the architecture of obsession. Here's how most men fail. They punish too often, becoming unstable, emotional, unpredictable in the wrong ways. They reward too quickly, flooding her with attention the moment she shows warmth, training her that she never has to earn it. Flip it. When she disrespects you, one move, cold, clean, immediate. Not a speech, not an argument, just withdrawal. No shouting, no guilt trip, no dramatic exit. Simply the absence of you. For the reward, give her something small, real, earned. A moment of true connection, a compliment that lands because it's rare. Then, nothing. Not because you're cruel, but because you understand the science. The human brain isn't addicted to the reward, it's addicted to the anticipation of it. Principle 8. Let her invest. The sunk cost of the heart. Machiavelli knew that loyalty isn't built through kindness alone. It's built through investment. The more a person puts into something, the more they feel attached to it. Psychologists call this the sunk cost bias. The more effort she has given you, the more psychologically resistant she becomes to leaving. This means, don't make everything easy. Let her earn moments with you. Let her reach. Let her prove. Not because you're testing her out of insecurity, but because anything worth having should require something. The man who is won immediately is kept casually. The man who requires effort becomes a standard she measures everything else against. Principle 9. The real twist. This was never about her now. Step back. Look at everything we've covered. Scarcity, unpredictability, silence, absence, standards, frame. Do you see what all of them have in common? None of them are about controlling her. Every single principle is about controlling yourself. That's the oldest trick in Machiavelli's book. And it's the one nobody tells you. You cannot govern another person. You can only govern yourself with the kind of absolute discipline that makes other people reorganize themselves around you. The reason you have failed in the past isn't because you didn't have the right tactics. It's because you were a slave. A slave to your need for her approval. A slave to your fear of silence. A slave to your terror of being alone. A man who needs her can be owned. A man who prefers her, but is complete without her, cannot be touched. That is not coldness. That is not cruelty. That is what Machiavelli meant when he wrote, "A prince must rely not on the goodwill of others, but only on his own strength." When you become the most grounded element in the room, everything else orbits. That is not a hack. That is physics. Most men are going to watch this video and try to apply these as tricks. They're going to use absence as a game, silence as a script, standards as a performance. And it won't work, because she can feel the difference between a man performing power and a man who simply has it. The real work isn't out there, it's in her. Kill the version of you that begs, that over-explains, that texts twice when she doesn't answer. Build the version who doesn't need to. That man, he doesn't hunt attention. Attention hunts him. Comment trigger, Prince. One word, no explanation. If something in this video woke something up in you, comment the word Prince below. One word. No explanation. It tells me you're not here for entertainment. You're here to build. And if you want to go deeper, if you want to understand not just how to hold power, but what Machiavelli warned was coming for every man who didn't arm himself with knowledge first, the next video is already waiting for you. You're not supposed to know this, Machiavelli's warning. Don't miss it.